Hi, welcome back to Modern Sage Comics. I'm Gene.
And I'm Kiyoshi.
This is episode 4.
It is 4.
Yeah, we'll be covering Powers of 10, number 2. Stick around. Cue intro. I'm not doing it anymore. X to the 0 power.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably my favorite part of this comic book.
Yeah. Before we go into too much, Gene and I kind of had a couple, not disagreements per se, but comments on the comic. To me, it seemed it does set up quite a bit of setup. And it is. It definitely is. But I thought some of it was filler.
It's filler, but it's set up.
Yeah.
It's set up so that we can further understand what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And the issues to come.
I'm just hoping, and not that I don't believe that it is going to have reward at the end, but I'm just saying for now some of it seems like filler. But that is not to say that the beginning wasn't super interesting and very, very cool.
So we go back to Magneto's little Cthulhu palace.
His sanctum
of tentacles.
Yeah. Which they don't show the throne again that I saw, though.
No, but it still has that same vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
That's because it's the same building.
And, they try to convince Magneto to open his mind to Professor X so that Professor X can show him what Moira's shown him. He,
of course, is very reluctant because, like I said, you assume that they've already fought in a couple times. And he says, "How do I know this isn't a trick?"
Yeah.
Which he just politely says,
"Trust me, old friend."
Or "Trust me just this once."
Yes.
Yeah, which is cool. You know? And then he immediately takes his helmet off.
Then he takes his helmet off.
Yeah.
And then...
while touching Moira, he beams his mind.
It took me back, I got a little nostalgic when I was reading this. Back to X-Men the Animated Series. When Professor X was showing Magneto his past, and then Magneto was like, "No, don't show me this again, no."
Well, he didn't show him like the Holocaust.
No, yeah, I know that, but that's what it felt like that's how I was playing it out in my mind as I was reading this part of the comic book.
Yeah, but in the panel he showed him like all his failures.
Yeah.
Which I thought they were going to show him. Like, I guess that might not have been the only thing they showed him. But in the panel, it looks like they showed him all his failures. I thought they were going to show him all of the actual stuff that's happened, like the Apocalypse War and.
Well, I think it just kind of shows them everything, a little like a collage of memories.
Yeah. Well, because in the panel it says like, why would you show me my failures?
Yeah.
So after that,
they explain how the only thing they haven't done is unite.
Magneto is of course reluctant at first. He goes like, "I don't want your ideal of
for humans and mutants to coexist together." And
then Professor X finally comes to realization after seeing what Moira has to show him that's
work
just
either.
Not a possibility because the humans every time with the machines come and kill them every time. So Professor X is finally done with his dream. So
we actually get to see what's on the drive.
Yeah.
Right.
So the first video, or our second video, we talked about how they did the heist, and we didn't really know what the memory stick was for.
Yeah. And now we know what the memory stick is for. It shows Mother Mold.
Yeah. The Hickman panels, the Orcus information, it was that. I was right.
And it showed Mother Mold and how Nimrod's about to be created.
Yeah. Oh, we actually have a name for the satellite now. Yeah, it's Mother Mold.
Yeah.
So Mother Mold makes Master Molds.
It's really cool. And then we get this little banter between Cyclops and Professor X. And man, I feel like they make Cyclops kind of cool, kind of badass.
Yeah.
Especially when he was like, "Does this need to be done?"
Yeah.
And Professor X says, "Yes."
Well, it's super cool, too, because it's always like Professor X has always just reacted to threats. So it's like, the Sentinels are here or whatever, or we have to go save somebody.
About
now it's like everyone is laser focused because it's like, we're going to all die if we don't do something right now. So that's it. Like, Cyclops is like, does it need to be done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then let's get it done.
Yeah.
And then we go to 10 to the second power. Mm-hmm. And we go to the 100 years in the future. And it shows us, we get another glimpse at Rasputin.
Yes. And Percival. No,
not Percival. Cardinal. Yeah. And we actually see who's leading these guys. Which I thought was super cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we see Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Right? And he even refers to Wolverine as War.
Yeah, and at this point, we don't know if that is Wolverine.
I'm going to assume it's Wolverine.
I mean, I hope it is. It does look like... the only reason I don't know is because in Days of Future Past and like even Old Man Logan, he wasn't that swole.
Yeah.
Like he's super swole in the panels. But you think it might be him because he actually has like a white fuzz on his face.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's him. They also show that Magneto character for like a quick second. We don't know.
Yeah, we still don't know if that's Magneto.
Yeah. And then they let you know that the Groot character
is actually Cypher.
Krakoa, I think, mentions that Cypher let him have his body.
And then I guess he kind of got his powers too. He's pretty much not there anymore.
Yeah, the mind is gone. So
the mind is
he's
gone.
using Cypher's abilities
to communicate.
But also to start hacking the drive. Mm-hmm. So he creates like a bio interface with an eyeball and then plugs it in.
Yeah. And then they actually crack it. Mm-hmm. And then they find out what they have to do. And it looks like they're going to have to storm something.
Yeah, they say it's pretty much a suicide mission.
Yeah, and Wolverine's all like, I don't want to do it. Oh, we have to think of something else.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is Wolverine acting like that?
Well, I mean, you have to think that because there's only like, so far as we know, there's only like 5 of them on the X-Men. So, but then Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah, and Apocalypse is, he's like, don't worry,
And why did you say that, Gene?
We will all return.
Yeah.
As long as you follow me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, so hopefully the next...
Apocalypse like a likable character.
Yeah. So hopefully in the next comic, Apocalypse is actually storming with them.
Yes.
That'd be pretty cool.
But I think he will. Because that's how he talks.
Yes.
Another thing that we see in this future is you get another glimpse of Nimrod, and man, he like incinerates his guards.
Yeah, he's acting very nostalgic villain-esque.
Yes.
So he's like monologuing and
and then he even toys with their skulls.
Yeah.
And he's like, see, this is what I want to show you. And then he mimics them. It's like, oh yeah, this is what I want to see.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the hell happened to Nimrod? And then we go to the Nimbus Hickman panel, which was a little confusing.
Yeah, so it looks like Earth's civilization, which is the mutants, I assume. Well, we don't know if they're even mutants yet. We were debating that earlier, whether they're like, because they are blue skins, so are they Kree? Through the panels, it looks like mutants won the war, but it doesn't actually say they're mutants in the comic.
And then it even called the war a pointless one.
Yeah. So the civilization of Earth takes all of their information and puts it in a Nimrod shell. So whether it's like a pod or an actual like Nimrod
they took like
casing,
100 of artists, intellectuals, scholars.
Yeah. Created a hive mind.
Yeah,
and they shot it into a gas giant. Mm-hmm. The gas giant, the Nimrod shell, hit it, collided, started self-replicating,
and it eventually became a world mind.
Yes. They're sitting on a platform.
Yeah.
Waiting for something.
They're waiting, because they said, did it work?
So like a big black cloud starts coming over.
When I saw that, at first I was like, is this some kind of symbiote?
Yeah.
But we find out they're not symbiotes. Mm-hmm. They're the Phalanx.
Yeah.
Which we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah. And they ate the world mine. So it's gone.
Yes. They ate the world mine, and they were asking these mutant, Kree, alien, whatever, humans, the ascended ones, what do they seek? And they wanted ascension.
So, couple theories. Yeah, they might just want to be turned into part of the Phalanx to ascend.
Because it shows them as gods, pretty much.
I'm hoping that like that's the new threat to mutants.
I
So
think
they're
so.
trying to take them over. So maybe the world mind was a trap or just bait for them to take it over. Because right now, to me, the Ascension panels just seem like a flex. Like a, oh, look how cool we are because humans are gone.
And then they gave us this, like you were saying, the last Hickman panel was, to you, felt like a flex. Mm-hmm. But,
I'm hoping it's not again.
yeah. Well, I mean, they're explaining, like, all the different intelligences of...
It's three Hickman panels of just raw info.
Yeah, but I think that the Phalanx created Nimrod.
Really?
Well, that's what it says. The Phalanx creates a Technarch. And the Technarch doesn't know that it's a Technarch.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Interesting theory.
So, the job of the Technarch is supposed to... they, like, get rid of the stuff that makes their planet or world not worthy of the Phalanx, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the Technarch will make it worthy of the Phalanx.
Oh, so is that what happens then?
Yes.
So look, this is what's happening then. You heard it here first. So at first, Nimrod thinks the Technarch thinks that mutants are the threat because mutants are the irregularity, but it figures out that humans are the irregularity.
Yeah.
And it starts eliminating humans. That's why in all the panels, Nimrod's just killing humans.
And then that brings us to our clues.
Our code of the day. Our code of the week.
Code. So it tells us the next, right? And the next was this is what we do.
Yeah.
Right. The next one says
this is what we
says,
do.
Next,
this is what you.
This
do.
is what you do.
Yeah. This is what you do.
And then once more unto the breach. I'm pretty sure it says breach.
That's a pretty common quote. I think it's a little bit different, but it's probably going to be one of the two sieges. So either the present day siege of Cyclops raiding Master Mold.
Well, it's going to be weird because
or Mother Mold. Sorry.
We're not getting House of X next week.
Yeah.
We're getting another Powers. We're getting Powers of X number 3.
Yeah, so it should be future stuff then. So it'll probably
be zero, same deals.
Yeah,
0,
so
1,
it's going to
2,
be
3.
the Apocalypse.
Yeah,
probably.
I think so. I think it's going to focus on Apocalypse's assault and maybe even Cyclops's. Maybe we'll finally get to see some X-Men.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but exciting stuff. It's still just the beginning.
Hey, I don't want to say I'm like super confused. I did have to read it a few times. I mean, I'd be interested to see what other people think about this.
Yeah. Well, I just, we'd like to hear your theories on, like, what do you think's going to happen? What's Hickman's plan?
And what do you think about our theory of this whole Nimrod being a Technarch? Let us know in the comments down below. That brings us to the end of our video.
Yeah, short video this week.
Yep.
I mean, the comic was, like, again, it was mostly
comic.
setup, so...
If you like what you see, give us a like.
Comment and subscribe. And
yeah.
hit the bell for notifications.
There you go. All right. If you haven't seen our other videos, this is our 4th episode. You can go here,
wherever I'm going to put it in. Yeah.
Somewhere.
It'll be on the screen. Yeah.
All right. Check them out. And let us know what you think.
All right. See you next time.
Catch you later.